Good afternoon. Actually, good morning. How it is still the morning is a great question. It is still the morning. It is only 11:48 Eastern. And over in Los Angeles, it is only 8:48 Eastern time. It is still the morning. What a long morning it's been. So it has now been almost 12 hours since the Anthony Davis Luka Doncic swap has happened. I personally saw the news at 6:45. I've been living with this news for 5 hours. Some people, the entire 11, went to bed literally a minute before midnight, and 15 minutes later, the trade breaks. All right, we've got a swap. Well. I'm going to preface this by saying this is across the Cavs. You know that. Y'all that listen and follow these lives, you know this is a Cavs-centric account. I talk about the Cavs primarily in the teams they're playing. They do face the Mavericks today, but this has no standing on the matchup because none of the players involved in the deal would have suited up anyway. For what it's worth, not that physicals can be passed that fast. AD was not going to be playing in this game, even if he was healthy. Luka was still out with an injury. He's not available. Markieff Morris is not in the rotation, and Maxi Kleber was also injured. This affects none of the players involved today. Obviously, on the Lakers side, they beat the Knicks in the absence of Anthony Davis, who they'll hope will get healthy and get on the court for them soon. But again, this would have had no standing on this game. So that's the preface. Mavs do play the Cavs. Name a player to play for both teams. Kyrie Irving, Seth Curry, Brendan Haywood, Sean Marion, Desagna, Jop. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. So this trade, the full trade, is certainly something that we're going to be studying and we're going to be discussing. And it's going to be news for a long time. I mean, how do we even quantify this news? So the Lakers send Jalen Hood-Schifino and a second-round pick to the Utah Jazz, and the Mavericks also send a second-round pick to the Utah Jazz. Jalen Hood-Schifino, a bit of a disappointing prospect, is still just 21 years of age and has time to blossom now in a rebuilding Utah situation. We've seen them take guys in that can go and play well. They paid $55,000 for each pick, so the Jazz give $110,000 in exchange for 2 seconds and a free flyer on the 21-year-old. So who was the first-round pick in the form of Jalen Hood-Schifino. So, okay, that's the Utah Jazz side. The Dallas Mavericks acquire Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. Now, Max Christie would not have been considered to be much before this season. Max Christie, 4 points a game last year, 3 the year before. He's been better for the Lakers. He's become a starter, 9 points, 3 boards a game. He's not great on the offensive side, but he knocks down shots. He plays good defense. He comes along with a certain unibrowed fella by the name of Anthony Davis. Yes. Anthony Davis is now a Dallas Maverick. I mean, last time Anthony Davis was traded, by the way, let's revisit that trade, shall we? Because we're trying to compare the AD to the Mavs trade with the AD to the Lakers trade. It was a big one. It was a 3-team deal. So the Pelicans would get Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, and a couple of first-round picks. One was DeAndre Hunter, who was flipped to Atlanta. The other became Dyson Daniels. There were other picks, some yet to be involved. Okay, but Ball, Hart, Ingram, very good players. I mean, you've seen what they've all done and what they all provide. So it's impressive. You know, I'm going to take a quick break and actually come right back. So hold on. We're going to do a second stream.